wasn't until the 2000s when the room was finally discovered and gamers realized that they either had to glitch Link's location to get there or get the Pegasus suit, rush through 10 specific screens, and then reaching a hidden bush inside the castle walls, all the while not getting hurt. Final Fantasy IX. 13 years after Final Fantasy IX was released, and given how popular the game was, it is shocking that it took this long. Players noticed that there seemed to be worthless dialogue with some characters called the Nero Brothers about 9 important events in the game. If the player had the patience to go through all the dialogue, they would unearth even more dialogue and a side quest. But after it was all over, the player was rewarded with a Protect ring. Serious Sam, the First Encounter. Serious Sam, the First Encounter was first released in 2001, and this Easter egg took 14 years to find. When a Serious Sam fan, only known as Soleus Yosei, got a job with the game's developer Protein, he asked the CEO, Roman Rebarich, if there were any secrets to the game. The CEO revealed that there was an extra secret in the game's secret level, and that it was possible to play the level without having to face any enemies through a speedrun. GoldenEye 007. GoldenEye 007 is one of the most popular games for Nintendo 64, but many players didn't realize that there were multiple games within the one game. The game was made with the ZX Spectrum emulator inside of it, which contained 10 additional rare games. But if sticking with 007 is your preference, there is also an island you can access by just walking on water called Dam Island or the Citadel. For the sake of time, game developers didn't erase the island, but instead the boat that could take you there, not realizing that the player could still access the island. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out! Mike Tyson's Punch-Out was released by Nintendo in 1987, but it wasn't until 2009 when the president of the company, Satoru Iwata, revealed a key Easter egg. While fighting an opponent named Bad Bull, the common strategy to beat him was to interrupt
That he uses the cane as part of this grand deception to lure his enemies into a false sense of confidence when they face him. Feigning weakness like this is one of the first and most basic tactics described in Sun Tzu's The Art of War, which, in case you don't know, is like the guidebook on how to war. And after all, this whole series is called Star Wars, and Yoda is a general in the Clone Wars. So it kind of makes sense that he would employ such a tactic, although if he is, I have to say, he's not doing a very great job at it. Who is he fooling? If it's a secret, it's certainly not a secret to the other Jedi. Obi-Wan even says to Anakin,
You spend as much time practicing your saber techniques as you do your way to rival Master Yoda as a sorcerer.
he's certainly not fooling Count Dooku, or if he is, he reveals his hand a little bit too early when he pulls his lightsaber out. Although, to be fair, Dooku probably already knew about Yoda's prowess with a lightsaber, considering he was Yoda's old apprentice. But to that end, Dooku was also the Emperor's apprentice and probably told him everything he knew about the Jedi. So the Emperor also probably knew about Yoda's ability before they fought. In fact, really the only person Yoda does a good job of deceiving is Luke when he arrives in essentially be the difference between being 87 years old and 90 years old. So I don't think we can simply assume that he was just a heck of a lot more sprightly back then. So we have to find the common theme, which is that he only summons his superior sprightliness when in battle. Which means that Yoda is almost certainly using the Force to supplement his movements by allowing the Force to flow through him and almost control him. But if he can use the Force to make these dramatic movements in battle, why not use it to cross a room? Heck, why walk at all? Why isn't he just floating everywhere? Why all Jedi aren't just constantly floating a comfortable 6 inches off the ground is all but baffling to me. This is because Jedi, and probably Yoda most of all, are ascetic, which means they practice severe self-discipline, limiting themselves from all indulgences, often for religious purposes. Yoda even says,
A Jedi uses the Force for knowledge and defense, never attack.
basically that means that Jedi respect the Force so much that they will not use it for mundane things, like floating a comfortable 6 inches above the ground at all times. Even Yoda just using the Force to help himself walk normal would be considered a deliberate misuse of his powers.
If Master Obi-Wan can't be doing this, he'd be very grumpy.
That would make all the Jedi grumpy. Oh well! So is that it? Yoda simply respects the Force too much and therefore has to use his cane. Basically the point that I'm trying to make is that there is a distinct difference between a Jedi's body when they are using the Force versus when they are not. At the end of the day, Jedi are still human, or whatever. Hey, brother! Guys, how freaking great was Moana? I have seriously been listening to the soundtrack like non-stop since the movie came out, which I think might be starting to annoy the passengers in my car, but to them all I have to say is, you're welcome! And they're like, is this car right over there? And I'm like, no one knows how far it goes! But listening as much as I'm movie, it was very believable that there could be lava monsters, shape-shifting demigods, water that could be your best friend, and a gigantic crowd in a realm of monsters. What's concerning is that the giant